Alrighty, everybody, let's do this. Today is day 11, heading into the second 10. You guys are doing amazing. You are killing it, okay? Keep going, okay? If you need to take it slow, that's okay, but whatever you do, do not stop, okay? Perfect for this talk. I saw something today that Laura K. Deer posted, and I want to share it with you, okay? It says, if you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. She said she saw that today, and she added, keep going, we got this, okay? So this got me started thinking about certain things, and it got me started thinking about the idea that so many of us, at so many different times of our lives, take on what I call black or white thinking, all or nothing thinking, excuse me, and it got me thinking about the fact that so many of us engage in this kind of black or white linear thinking, or this all or none thinking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today. Today is day 11. You guys are in the second 10. Congratulate yourselves on completing 10 full days of Ultimate Pulmonary Wellness Bootcamp. You guys are doing awesome. Do not quit, okay? And that is the theme of this talk this morning. That is the theme of today's thought and meditation, okay? I saw something today that was posted on Facebook by Laura K. Deer, and what it said was, if you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. So I speak very frequently about the interaction between the mind and the body, and I speak very frequently about the connection and the idea that the mind can either be our best friend or our worst enemy. So here's the thing. Very often, many of us, in fact, I would say most of us at some time or another, and some more than others, engage in what I consider to be black and white thinking, all or nothing thinking, okay? So it's either completely amazing, or as kids would say, it's totally awesome, or everything possible under the sun is wrong, okay? In 99.9% of the situations, not everything is totally awesome. Some things might be totally awesome. If you're a kid, you probably have some opportunities where everything's totally awesome. And if you're lucky as an adult, you will have glimpses of time where everything in your life just seems to be like cruising, okay? I've had several of those times. I've been very, very lucky, and it's a great thing when it happens. And that famous phrase, this too shall pass. So I always tell people, don't get too giddy at the times when it seems like everything is amazing, and don't get too down in the dumps when it seems like everything is going wrong, okay? Things move, and things move like the tide. Things come and they go. The ocean comes in, the ocean goes out. Okay, that's why so much of what we do is fluid-based, right? It's based on the movement of water. So think about that. And when you, as you do these things, think about what that means. Things come and things go. So as you reach out, breathe in, blow out. As you reach out, breathe in. Things come, things go. Money comes and goes. Hopefully it comes again. Friends can come and go. Family can come and go. Wealth can come and go. Health can come and go. So what are we doing? We're constantly, fighting this battle between coming and going. And the thing is that there are many things that we have control over. I should say there are some things that we have control over, but there are many, many things, if not most things, that we really have very little control over. And I will call back to my grandmother's statement that she made all the time, which is, man plans, God laughs, which is John Steinbeck's of Mice and Men, the best laid plans of mice and men oft go astray, okay? And the idea of this is that the best way we can handle this is to try our best to let go. Is to try our best to let go. And a lot of times you may see me doing something or giving a presentation and you'll see me doing the breathing, okay? Why? Because believe me, it's not all peaches and cream for me either. In the same way that you are trying to deal with your health issues and your family issues and your financial issues and your job issues and your kid issues and your dog issues, there's a lot of times where we look at somebody and we say, wow, that person's got it great. They have nothing to worry about. Very few people have nothing to worry about. But the idea I want to talk about today is all or nothing thinking, okay? Thinking that somebody is either all great or a complete ass. Thinking that your job is perfect or your job sucks. Thinking that your relationship is perfect or your relationship sucks. Right? I think there's a real danger in this type of thinking because very often, if things are not perfect, then they completely suck, and that can be extremely demotivating to people. It can be extremely demotivating. It can be extremely demoralizing. It can really take the wind out of your sails and make it difficult for you to focus on doing the things that in the long term are actually going to be beneficial for you. So it's easy to say, well, you know what? I have COPD and I'm short of breath. My life sucks. The doctor told me I'm just gonna get worse and then I'm going to die. Or I have IPF and I'm short of breath and I'm coughing and the doctor said, I'm just going to get worse and I can either have a lung transplant or I'm going to die. Or I have pulmonary hypertension. I have shortness of breath and chest pain, and the doctor told me, hey, pulmonary hypertension doctors are getting optimistic now. They're becoming more optimistic because they're seeing really good results, okay? But COPD doctors and IPF doctors should also be showing signs of optimism. But the thing is that they don't use their most valuable products. They don't use the most valuable commodities available to them. And the most valuable commodities available to them are those same commodities that are available to you and that I'm sharing with you through this course and that my team is sharing with you through this course. Those most valuable commodities are medicine, okay? But again, I put that as a little medicine. I don't put it as 80% medicine, 20% lifestyle change. I put it as 20% medicine. Exercise, huge. Nutrition, huge. Managing your stress, gigantic. Managing your stress, gigantic. That's why we do so many breathing exercises. That's why we do so much meditation. That's why I talk so much about Dr. Richard Brown and Patricia Gerbach's healing power of the breath. Because this world is stressful, especially when you're living with a chronic disease. You need to be able to elicit this relaxation response. You need to be able to elicit this healing power of the breath. You need to be able to elicit this meditative calm, even in the midst of things going crazy around you. Now, how do you do that? You have to talk to yourself and you have to do the exercises and the techniques, but don't think to do them for the first time when the shit is hitting the fan, okay? That's gonna be difficult, okay? It's not gonna be impossible. It's still worth a shot, but it's gonna be more difficult, okay? So don't wait until you're in the middle of a chaotic situation to say, oh wait, what were those breathing techniques? Practice these things every day. Get yourself good at eliciting this relaxation response. Get yourself good at turning off the sympathetic nervous system, because that's what we're talking about. And that is all highly related to the concept of inflammation, both internal and external. And tomorrow I'm going to talk a lot about the concept of inflammation and what you can do about it, okay? So back to all or none thinking. The danger in all or none thinking, thinking that things are either all black or all white, is that unless you reach that perfect zone, right? And there's only one perfect, 100%. Anything short of that is equal to zero. Do you get that? Think about that. Think about that concept. In all or none thinking, in black and white thinking, in linear thinking, okay, you either get 100 or you get a zero. So that means 99.9% is a zero. 99.8% equals zero. 99.7% equals zero. Now think about that. I don't think that anybody in here would judge their life in that way. And I don't think that anybody would say that, well, you know, if everything is not perfect, then I have nothing, all is lost, right? But there are times when it can feel that way. And it is during those times when our anxiety is going to be through the roof, when our sympathetic nervous system is going to be pumping fuel into this system. When our heart is pounding. When our breathing is fast and shallow. When our gut is churning, right? Or worse. And the idea is that when these things strike, it's difficult to be able to sort them out in the veil of this chaotic sympathetic insanity. And that is the argument for doing these types of things on a daily basis. That's the argument for daily exercise. That's the argument for daily thought and meditation. That's the argument for every single day trying to quiet your sympathetic nervous system and enhance the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest system, which is the system that wants to heal us naturally. Remember what I've told you, which is that the body wants to heal. Again, in this all or nothing system, right? And we could apply it to logic. I don't mean being logical, I'm talking about math logic, right? Not 100 equals zero. Anything not 100% equals zero, right? And as I told you, 99.9% is zero, 99.8% is zero, 99.7% is zero. And again, the problem and the danger with this type of thinking is it can be demoralizing, it can be discouraging, it could be demotivating, and in the worst case scenario, it can be debilitating. It can be debilitating to us. So we have this physical thing going on and we are being debilitated by our thought process. You have to ask yourself, what is really going on here, right? It's very easy to get into this concept, this questioning of why me? Why does everything always happen to me? Like I had the thought, I was like, my God, do I have any piece of electronic equipment that's gonna work this week, right? And then I started talking to myself and I was like, all right, Noah, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. So calming down, okay? What's the first step in calming down? And I feel tense now, right? So what's the first step in calming down? Down. Now, even with that one single breath, I felt my shoulders relax. I felt my breathing calm down a little bit. I felt my heart rate slow. And the more and more you practice these meditative techniques and try to elicit the relaxation response, the better you get at it, okay? It's like anything else. It's like you're holding a fly swatter, right? And so initially you may be clumsy, but then, and that's what we want to be able to do with this stress and anxiety. So when it comes on, wait a second, I'm not going to spend the next 30 minutes ruminating and stressing out and running around saying, what am I going to do? Oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Wait. No, I'm going to say, stop. And it's, believe me, it's not easy to do, but you will get better at it. And I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to breathe. And guess what? That just lets some of the heat off the fire. And take another breath. And little by little by little, we drain that fuel from the fire. But if we allow ourselves to be controlled by all or nothing thinking, okay, all or none thinking, black and white thinking, then it prevents us from striving to do the things that will make us better, because we will never be perfect. And so we have no choice but to take the position, well, what's the point? Because the only thing that matters in that type of thinking is 100%. So that means, why should I try to get up to 97%? Because 97% is equal to 0. Right? So what's the take-home message here? There's a couple. One take-home message is that things are not all or nothing. There's somewhere in between here, okay? So be realistic to yourself, right? So if we say 99.9% is 0, that means all this is 0. The only thing that's anything is right here. But really, we have a pretty rich zone of potential for comfort and happiness, right? We have a pretty large zone for that. So focus on the things that you can do, not the things that you can't do, and strive to do the things that will help you get better at doing the things that you maybe cannot do now, but can do or will be able to do in the future. Okay, when your mind starts screaming at you and saying everything is terrible, everything is wrong, everything is broken, remind yourself that it's impossible that 100% is the only value other than 0. And breathe. 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 All right. Have a great day, everybody. All right. Have a great day, everybody.